Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We are moving on to our second card using the Terrific Toadstool Bundle. This bundle is a punch bundle, which I'm in love with because I love punches. You can do so much with punches, right? Not just cut out the shapes that they're designed to coordinate with. You can do other things. So today I want to share with you my team. Okay, I talk about my team all the time because I love those ladies so much. And every month we do lots of swapping together. And that means you make a card and then everybody who signs up for the swap, that you make that your card for everyone, right? So hi Krista from, is it cold in Nova Scotia? Yeah, I guess you guys are getting that cold front, maybe from out here. I don't know. Stay warm, my friends. Hi, Rebecca. Hello, Betty. Hello, everybody. Hello, Leanne. So I want to tell you a little bit about something that we do as a team together. We have a swap coordinator. There's a wonderful lady on our team that coordinates the swaps. She posts them in events on our private Facebook group. And every month there's a swap. Okay, so it's optional. You can sign up. I think the deadline is the 12th and they have to be mailed out by the 25th. And she started something, her name is Bonnie, and I love her. And she has so many cool ideas. This year, she came up with, she has these wooden dice, and she rolls them. And she'll take a picture of the dice, and that is our challenge. So I'm going to share that with you because today I want to challenge myself to participate in the team swap, and and I'm going to use Terrific Toadstools for my card and share this one with you. So that's where this is coming from. And I just want to share with you a little peek into what we do as a team together. And I love it so much. We also do a paper pumpkin optional swap. So when you get paper pumpkin, all of the pieces that you're left over with, sometimes we get extra cards or extra envelopes, extra embellishments. You can use the stamps. It's really up to you. I mean, I've seen some of the ladies even use the tissue paper in the paper pumpkin box and be creative with that. So it's really so fun to get happy mail. And we also do set sampler swaps where 3 times a year with the new catalogs that come out, where we choose a bundle or a suite and we make 5 cards. Now that's a bigger one. That's a bigger swap, bigger commitment, because you have to make 5 cards using one product suite. And then you make that set of cards for everybody in the swap. But then you get all these amazing swap cards back, right? So it's so fun. Alrighty. Just want to give you a little bit of background information of what I'm doing today and where this inspiration is coming from for this card. Hi, Cindy from freezing Indiana. Wow, you guys, so much cold weather. Hi, Kathy Clark. Hello, Mary. Hello, Kathy. We got lots of Kathys with us today. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Anne Marie. Hi, Lori from San Francisco Bay Area. Hello, Jennifer. It's cloudy, but hopefully snow keeps away. Yes, I hear you. Hello, Monique, freezing in Montreal. Hello, Anne Louise. Hello, Debbie Gass. Got my hot coffee and warm blanket. I'm ready to craft in freezing Illinois. Yes, absolutely. Hi, Lorene in St. John. Visiting the dentist appointment. So we'll catch up on the replay. Okay, no problem. Good luck at the dentist. It's important to take care of your smile. Alrighty, let's flip the camera and get started on this fun card. And Bonnie has rolled the dice, and I'll share the graphic with you of what our challenge is. We have to use 4 out of 5 of these dice to create a card. This is a really cool way to get creative. Here we go. We're going to flip. And there we go. Okay, so we're going to point you down at my work surface. Alrighty. So this is what Bonnie has posted for our challenge this month, our team challenge. So here are the blocks, right? This is a picture of Bonnie's grid paper, and she's rolled the blocks, and this is what we've got to choose from. We have to choose 4 out of 5 of these ideas and incorporate them in one single card. So I was like, okay, I'm up for the challenge. So I decided, okay, I'm going to do this one this week with Terrific Toadstools. So I got my stamp set. We're going to make a thank you card. We're going to use the Subtles color family. We're going to use something with the word pearl, some kind of pearl. And I think I'm choosing to do masking. We're going to do some masking. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are my 4 blocks that I'm going to use. We have to use 4 out of 5. All right, so that's where that motivation is coming from. Okay, so we're bringing in the Terrific Toadstools. I showed you the bundle. And what are we using? We're going to use, from the Subtles family, we're going to use Fresh Freesia as our card base. I've got a half sheet here. We're going to score it. So grab my paper trimmer. And so this is a really fun technique that I have been using for years and years and years. I learned one of the very first things I've learned to do with my stamps, ink and paper, is masking. And it's a fun way to create images that give the illusion that they're in front of one another, right? So I'll show you what that means in just a second. So we'll burnish this Fresh Freesia card base. And then we're going to bring in, we need some basic white. We're going to do, and this is also a SIP card. And SIP is an acronym for Stamps, Ink, and Paper. We're going to use Stamps, Ink, and Paper today. And we're going to bring in some white. And I'm going to cut this to 4 by 5 1/4. So it's going to be a card front. All right, so we'll pop that into the trimmer and trim it at 4 inches. And we'll turn and we're going to cut it at 5 1/4. And I'm going to do 2 of these because I know I'm going to need another one. Because right after my Facebook Live, I do my Instagram reel, so I'm going to need another one for that video. So if not, I'll have it back up in case I make a mistake. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to move the trimmer out of the way, and we're going to do stamping just on the white piece, okay? So from the stamp set, with masking, you should use either the masking paper, Stampin' Up! Sells masking paper, or I like to use just Post-it notes. Post-it notes will work just fine as well. And we're gonna do, I've already done some of this. I've stamped this little hill down here on the bottom of the stamp set. So I have stamped that onto a piece of scrap paper. So I've got that right here, and I trimmed it with my scissors, with my snips, okay? So I've got that here as a mask, okay? So we're gonna bring in, from the Subtles color family, we're bringing in Lost Lagoon. Open that up, and we're gonna grab the stamp that looks like the hill, and we're gonna ink that up, and we're gonna stamp once at the bottom down here, right at the very bottom, like that. And then we're gonna grab our mask, and we're going to put that on here, and we're gonna stamp again off to the side. So we're just gonna extend that hill over. So I'm placing the mask on top of my stamped image. All right, so here we go again. We're gonna ink it up, and we'll come over here and we'll stamp right on top, like that. And then you get the illusion of 2 hills. One is closer and one's further away. So we got that done. Now I wanna use this mask again. So I'm just gonna pop it back on top of this side. And then we're gonna bring in the toadstool, the big one and the smaller one, okay? So we're gonna stamp the top one here with, from the Subtles color family, we're gonna stamp with Calypso Coral. And we're gonna leave these ink pads open because I'm gonna be using them. Okay, so we're gonna stamp the big one. So here we've got it on a block. Let's ink that up good. Gonna stamp it on a little bit of an angle like that. Boom. Okay, so we've got a Calypso Coral toadstool top. And then I have already gone ahead and stamped one of those onto a Post-it note, and I cut it out with the punch. I punched it out. I actually have one here. Yeah, I have one here that has the sticky. So if you use Post-it notes, stamp your image where the sticky part is, and then you can easily place that onto your image. So I'm actually taking this Post-it, and I'm going to put it right at the bottom edge of my stamped one with Calypso Coral. And I've got the bottom down here. And then from the stamp set, we're going to bring in this stem right here, the mushroom stem, like the thicker one. And we're going to bring in Pecan Pie, and we're going to stamp with Pecan Pie. All right, so let's get our ink pad open, and we'll ink that up. Tap, tap, tap. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp right over top of that mushroom image on the Post-it, as well as on the bottom. And then this is going to give the illusion of the stalk of our mushroom, and see that? So it's like growing out of the hill. So we're not overlapping anything. We're stamping right on top, and then we can lift off the Post-it note. Isn't that a cool technique? That's what masking is all about. So we're not done yet. We're going to extend these mushrooms over. So I'm going to take my mask again. I'm going to put it right on the edge now on the right-hand side. So I want to cover up this side of the mushroom. And then I'm going to also bring back the little hill. I'm going to put that down again, like so. I love stamping techniques. Stamping techniques allow you to do things with your stamping that wows people, you know, like people can be like, how does she do that? How does she stamp that in the background? Well, this is how, right? So we're bringing in Petal Pink, and we're going to stamp the small mushroom bloom. Is it called a bloom? I don't know what it's called, but the top of the mushroom. We're going to stamp that one. I got it on a block here. Yes, okay. So we're going to ink that up with Petal Pink. And we're going to do a little Petal Pink mushroom right over top, like so. Press, press, press. Give it time for your ink to leave your stamp and go onto the cardstock, because you want to make sure that it's, when I lift off this Post-it note, that it looks like it's behind. See that? I'll hold it up a little closer. So I'm going to leave this in place. No, I'm going to take that one out, but I'm leaving the bottom one in place. And then I'm going to bring in the stem. We have 3 stems, 3 mushroom stems on, oh, actually 4. We've got this thick one. We've got a triple one here. We've got a thicker one. We've got the double one that matches the punch. And then we've got a teeny tiny one over here. Okay, so we're going to stamp the medium one. Ink that up with my pecan pie. And I'm going to come in here and stamp. Oop, nope, I got to put this back on. We got another mask, yet another one for the same stamped mushroom top. Put that on top, and then do your stem. And masking is super easy. You just have to give it a little bit of thought before you do your pieces to see what effect do you want. So I wanted this mushroom stem to look like it was going across the back like that. So that's the look I wanted. Okay, so we're going to take this hill, and we're coming over here. We're going to move the hill over. We can move mountains. Yes, we can. Okay, so we're putting that down there, and then we've got some more white space over here. So let's fill in that white space. The first thing I'm going to do, I want to do another big mushroom up here. So I'm going to grab my chamois, and I'm going to clean off the clips of coral from the big mushroom. Make sure it's clean, squeak, squeak. And then we're going to stamp with, also from the Subtles, Fresh Freesia. Okay, so here we go. We're grabbing Fresh Freesia, and I think we're done with Calypso. Okay, so Fresh Freesia, ink that up good. Tap, 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 tap. It is quite a solid stamp, so you want to make sure you get it nice and juicy. And then we're going to stamp up here like this. Boom, there's a Fresh Freesia bloom. Alrighty, so we've got our hill down here. Now we're going to cover up here. Cover the Fresh Freesia bloom, or the top of the mushroom cap. I guess it's called a cap, isn't it? Okay, so then we're going to do that, and then we're going to bring in the long one. Now, this one's not really, so when you can see how I'm a little bit taller. This one's going to be floating, and oops, sorry about that. I don't want a floating mushroom, so how am I going to fix this? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my hill. I'm going to put another hill there in the background. There's a way to fix everything with stamping, right? So just as you go, just kind of do it step by step, and you'll figure it out as you go with the masking, what you want in front and back. So I've got the hill mask down here. So I'm going to grab my hill stamp, and we're going to stamp another hill, make it a little bit higher. So I'm going to come up to meet that mushroom. So here we go. We're grabbing the hill. We're making another hill. Let's make it a little higher hill, like that. Press, press, press. Make sure all the ink leaves your stamp. And then let's take a look at how this worked out. Lift up the mask. Yes, look at that. We're making mounds. Okay, so now we can take the mask and we can move it up. Move it up here. We're extending the earth. We're making the earth meet the mushroom. Okay, so we've got a mask and we got a mask. Now we're gonna do the pecan pie stem and we're gonna connect these two. Tap, 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 and then we'll come over here and there we go. We've made the connection. Yay. All right, so there we go. Let's take a look. Let's remove the mask. This is where the magic happens when you remove the mask. Oh yeah, I love it. We've got a little bit missing right there. You could put everything back and try it again if you wanted to. I got a little teeny tiny bit. Looks like it's lifted off a little bit. Let's see. Sometimes you can fix things. Other times you just got to let it be, right? So it's a work of art. Okay, so we're coming in here. I'm just going to try and see if I can add a little bit more pecan pie to the bottom. I could use a marker. I could also use a marker to fill that in, but oh, I think it worked. I think that worked out just fine. Okay, there we go. I got a little bit of extra ink on my finger and I can see it in the background. That's okay. We're just going to go with it. Got to be careful here. Let's grab my baby wipe and wipe this up. I would use my chamois cloth, but I think it needs to be rinsed. All right, so we've got mushrooms. Okay, so now there's another one that I want to try and poke in here. So I'm going to take the hill. We're going to do one more. We're going to put the hill on top of here. And then we're going to bring in this little stem here. And we're going to see if we can do the top. I want to do the little triple one. The triple, put them like that. Okay, but I've got an extra down here. So you can bring in Post-its and you can put them all around to cover up. So I don't have another one of my hills, but that's okay. Because I'm going to grab a Post-it. I'm just going to put it down here to protect this bottom here. And then we're going to stamp the triple stem. Just going to do a little triple stem right here. Make sure you leave a little bit of room for the blooms. Okay, so there we go. And then we'll bring in the triple one. And I'm going to bring in yet another color. I know I'm probably making you very nervous, but I'm wearing a dark shirt today, so it's not a big deal. All these ink pads opened on my desk. Okay, so we got Lemon Lolly. We're going to tap, tap, tap on the Lemon Lolly, and we're going to add those triple blooms, and I can see it's going to go over. So it's a little bit of a puzzle a little bit sometimes. It depends on how picky you are. I could have overlapped it, but I didn't want to. So I'm just going to put my mask back on and then do that. And there we go. Okay, I'm happy with it. I could probably do another couple over here. Easy enough. Let's see if that'll work. Sometimes when you're stamping, it's really like playing. It's like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. Let's put another stem over here and we'll bring back that triple bloom again and we'll do another set over here. Yeah, fill in the back, fill in the background. Okay, so you get the gist, right? You make your masks and then you have them ready to go and you can make multiple mushrooms. You can keep on going. So if you have other masks, like I have another one here, I could put one there. I could put this one on here. And then I have protected those and then I can just keep on going and make like the full page full of mushrooms. But I'm happy with them just being at the bottom. So we're going to leave it. And there we go. We've got our scene, our mask scene. So what have I done so far? I have done masking. I've used subtles. Okay, so let's keep going. I'm trying to fulfill all of the requirements of this swap that I'm doing. Okay, so this is going to be our front, our card front. And then I thought, oh, I should bring in some of the paper. The paper, the Toadstool garden paper coordinates. And I was like, okay, I don't really want to put toadstools on the top, right? That would look kind of funny. So I thought, well, what if I take the back side, that you could use that if you wanted to, the fresh freesia. But then I saw this pattern that I trimmed off yesterday, if you watched me make the card yesterday, and I thought, let's use that across the top. It'll make a nice neutral background. So we're going to trim that, and we're going to trim it, let's try 1 1/4. Let's see if that's going to work. So 1 1/4 by 4 inches. So let's trim it at 4, and we'll turn it. And I didn't quite cut all the way through. Okay, 4. And then we're going to try 1 1/4 and see if that's going to be too wide or, let's see. We'll put that up here. And yeah, I think it'll work. We'll see. You can always trim it, right? Okay, so we're bringing back the card base. I'm going to take a look. We're going to put this on the front. I love fresh freesia. It's such a pretty color. It's so soft. All right, so this is going to go up here like that. And then for our greeting, because we have to make this a thank you card, that's my other requirement, right? So the Terrific Toadstools has just a little thank you. So I thought that would be perfect. And I was trying to figure out, well, how do I do it? Should I just stamp it on the card? Oh, but I wanted to do something to pop it up and make it stand out. So, my friends, we still have the Greetings of the Seasons dies. Oh my goodness, I love these dies. You saw me use them in the fall before Christmas, and I was like I couldn't say enough about these dies, and I still feel the same way. So I cut this one here. It's like a little oval with a hole, and it cuts out the hole, so you have, you know, you can string your ribbon or whatever it is you want to. So I've got that one done, and I'm going to bring in the stamp, and it says just a little thank you. So I thought, let's pull in the Calypso Coral. I mean, you could stamp with any of the coordinating colors. You could stamp with Pecan Pie. You could stamp with Lost Lagoon. You could do Memento. I'm just going to do Calypso Coral. So just hover over top and then stamp straight down. All right, so there we go. We've got that. And what are we going to do? We're going to bring in Celebration. Oh my gosh. So this paper, the Celebration paper, is free with a minimum $75 order. And so you can get the paper as a selection. Another selection for Celebration is the Fresh Freesia seam binding ribbon. So we're going to grab 3 inches of this ribbon. I'm going to measure at the bottom here on my Glass Mat Studio and trim 3 inches. All right. And so this is going to come in your kit. So I'm going to share my ribbon with you and my DSP, and you're going to have enough to make your card in your kit. So let's take that 3-inch piece of ribbon, seam binding, and we're going to just squish the 2 little ends together. And we're going to come in from the back of this little oval like that with both ends. So just be patient and try and pull both. Oh, I need to be patient. Try and get them both together. Squish them. We got to squish them into a little point, and then try to grab them, pull them through. Will it work this time? Come on. You know, it's because I'm on camera, right? You guys know that. All right. Okay, you can also, you know what? I always say when things are challenging, it's a way for me to show you another trick. Okay, so take your seam binding ribbon. If you're struggling like me, the first time I did this, it went through no problem, of course, because no one was watching. But what you can do is you could start it off, and then you can also use your take your pick tool to poke it through, right? So use your take your pick tool, see that? And just guide it through. There we go. So there, we've got our ends through. And then we're going to take the loop and we're going to poke the ends back through the loop. And this seam binding ribbon is so soft and so subtle that it, you know, you can really maneuver it, and it won't rip your cardstock. I just love how it sits. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so now we're going to bring back my snips again, and we're going to trim this on an angle like that and like that. Okay, so there's my greeting. I've satisfied the other requirement, is it's going to be a thank you card. And then I'm still not convinced that this is the right width. Let's put this together like a little dry fit and see. So we've got a little, that at the top like that, and we've got just a little thank you. Yeah, I think that's going to work. I think that's going to work up there like that. Okay, so this card, I got some extra ink on it down here. So you know what? I'm not going to use this one, even though I stamped it with you. I have an extra over here when I was practicing. And here we go. This one doesn't have any extra ink. So I'm going to glue this one together. And I'm going to practice and do some more and clean my fingers because I've got Lost Lagoon on my fingers. And I'll finish the other one later. Okay, so here we go. We're going to glue this at the top. And this is real life crafting. You guys know me, right? I show you the real crafting. Oh, and I make mistakes and we laugh and we keep going and we have fun, right? That's what it's all about. That's real life crafting. When you're crafting with your friends, oh my goodness, things go wrong. Look, I got glue on my card front right there. And we can fix that too. Everything you can do with crafting, with paper crafting, you can fix it. I'm just going to grab my rubber adhesive remover here and get that right off. See, I fixed it. Okay. All right, I'm happy now. Let's get some more glue on this and we'll glue this onto the front like so. Okay, so this is SIP. SIP is an acronym for Stamps, Ink, and Paper. Make sure your card opens the right way before you glue it down. Ask me how I know. I've learned the hard way. Okay, so we're putting that onto the card front. This, I think, should be popped up with little dimensionals. Let's see. Let's bring in a couple of dimensionals. Just a little thank you. A little mushroom thank you. Okay, so there we go. We got our 2 dimensionals. And one more thing I do need to do to satisfy the requirements for this swap is I need to use pearls. So I was like, okay, what pearls can I use? Well, my friends, we have new ones. They are with the Storybook Friends bundle in the new mini catalog, and they are gorgeous. They are called Antique Pearls, and check them out. They have this beautiful antique-y shine on them. They're just gorgeous. So we're going to use some of those on the card today. Now, if you don't like them that color, you can use your blends and color them, but I'm just going to leave them the antique color that they are, the beige color. And we're going to use, let's put a big one right here. And then I'm going to go up here and grab a couple of small ones. Let's put one right there. And we'll put another one right there. Just space them out a little bit. And you can use your pearls if you have, like when you buy a package. I've already used a strip of those. You get 190 of these in a package, so they will go a long way. Alrighty, so now we're going to do the inside. So you want to say, we're saying just a little thank you. Okay, so for the inside, you're thanking someone for something, right? So let's see, does this stamp set have an inside greeting that would work? How about you're magical? If you're thanking someone, you probably do think they're magical, right? So you are magical. So let's stamp with, let's stamp with Clips of Coral again. Let's keep it all together. Okay. You are magical. I am thanking you for being here with me today. You are magical. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to stamp a little toadstool down here. And I think I'll go with Fresh Freesia. So let's do a small one. Make sure this is clean because I can't remember what color. Oh yeah, I had it in petal pink last. So we'll do Fresh Freesia now. Okay, Fresh Freesia. We'll stamp it down here like that. And then I'm going to grab my mask and we're going to put that over top, and we're going to do the smaller stem, the medium stem with Pecan Pie. We'll come in here, and you don't have to do the mask. You could stamp right over top, but I'm liking how the mask looks when you stamp the stem over the mask. What do you guys think? Do you like that look? Gives it allows the mushroom bloom to really stand out a bit more, I think. All right, so let's close these ink pads and we'll clean up that, whoops, that's my coffee mug. Okay, so we'll clean up that little bit of ink there so I don't get that on my hands, and then it ends up on the card in a place where I don't want it. You know the drill. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna add our glue, just a tiny bit of glue, and we'll pop this on the inside. There we have it, my friends. Thank you for letting me share my challenge with you today. My challenge was one of our team swap card challenges. I love it. So we have to do 4 out of 5 of these blocks that are posted by our swap coordinator. So I did a thank you, I did masking, I did subtles, and I used pearls. Yay! I did it. Alrighty. Okay. Tammy says I didn't think I needed this set, but now I do. Yes, Tammy, it is so cute. And the best thing is you get the paper. You can get the paper, right? When you hit 75 in Canada, you get to choose whatever you want. But I mean, the paper coordinates so perfectly. It's a given to just grab the paper, right? And we have celebration until the 28th of February. Not that I'm encouraging you to wait, but you can get more paper, or you can get the seam binding ribbon a little bit later. You can space out your purchases, but I do warn you that sometimes things sell out. So, you know, you have to decide for yourself, right? If you're willing to wait. But I'm loving the Toadstools. I love your feedback. Thank you so much. And thank you for allowing me to share something fun that we do as a team with our monthly swapping. And I'm loving our swap coordinator, Bonnie, her new challenge with these blocks. Isn't that a fun thing? I can imagine Bonnie in her craft room, like rolling out the blocks to see what our challenges are. So there we go. Thank you for allowing me to design and share this card with you. And I hope you'll try masking, because it is a fun technique. All right. Name of the greeting stamp and die set. Oh, okay. Karen, the one I use for the dies, good question. So this came out and it's still available. Okay, so it's not on the last chance list. It is still available. It is called Greetings of the Season, and the bundle number is 164113. Okay, so you can get this as a bundle, and it'll have Christmas greetings, but it also has to you and yours. Trying to think if you could use this any time of year. Probably just the to you and yours. But the dies are worth it, right? You can grab the dies. You can buy the dies separately, but when you save 10%, you can get the stamps as well. So you might as well get the bundle, right? So these amazing dies. Now, if you're looking for just the dies, they are called Greetings of the Season. And the item code, I got to put my glasses on because it's like microscopically small, is 164112. If you just want the Greetings of the Seasons dies. Oh, you're welcome, Alin. I'm so happy to teach you a technique called masking. There are so many techniques, you guys, that I love to teach techniques. So you want to mark your calendar, because this Thursday morning at 10:30 Mountain Time, I'll be live on my YouTube channel, Stamping with Rose Coleman. I'll be teaching the technique to my Technique Club members, but everybody is free to watch. Technique Club members, their kits are probably arriving. I think they may have already received them. Hopefully they did. And they are going to be able to create these cards along with me, and they can pause, fast forward, and rewind. And they get the PDF. They get all of the credits for the Stampin' Reward credits for being in the club. And we're going to be doing a fun technique this Thursday. So you'll want to come and check that out. Come check it out. And then if you want to join, I hope you get your package too, Krista. You know, with the Canada Post, and they were behind a little bit. So I'm praying. I did hear from some people that they've received Technique Club packages. So just hang tight. It's coming, because I mailed them all at the same time. So it's coming. I know you have the furthest to go in Nova Scotia there. So hang tight. Alrighty. So I just want to give a plug for techniques, because techniques are fun. They give you a whole new life to your stamps and your supplies. When you learn how to do different things with them, it opens up a lot more possibilities for your creativity. All right. Take care. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. I hope you get some time to stamp or do something fun that you enjoy. And I hope you'll come back and see me again tomorrow morning, Wednesday at 9 o'clock Mountain Time, for my next Terrific Toadstools. Let's say that right. Terrific Toadstools card. I'm having a blast with this bundle this week. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Lois. It is a cool technique. Yep, absolutely. All right. Have a fun rest of your day. Bye for now.